Hello and welcome back. Okay, I've sold things here at Eisenholz. And now I would like to purchase some tools, so let's see if we can find them. Not here, it seems, but... Well, there's one stack of tools. I guess I'll get them, even though they are expensive. But how about here at Schwertfeste? So we are looking for the grotesque tree, and we'll get right back on that after I actually get those tools. Okay, we see some nachos. I may want to actually not take this fight, because at this point we don't really care. If I could just click on them and have the game automatically determine that yes, we win, then I would do so. But let's not take that fight. We're not leveling anyone, and the run is going to be probably over pretty soon, unless I somehow manage to find late game enjoyment still after having completed the Monolith. The end game camps are very tough though, so we may have some casualties as I try to clear some of the tougher ones, in which case I perhaps will be incentivized enough to actually keep the run going for a bit longer. But in any case, let's not take those super easy fights unless they're also over with quickly. I guess that nacho fight wouldn't have taken that long, but I'll still pass on it. Anyways, so we have tools. Let's go to Splitterberg and then... is there any area left here that I haven't scouted? It seems like no, so I'm going to assume that the grotesque tree is somewhere here. Probably like somewhere here specifically, but we'll see. But yes, it is to the west we want to go. There is this place along the way. Not sure if I want to try that without Hakon, who has this permanent injury. Maybe though. And also, yes, I will need some more food, it seems. So let's actually visit Cargo before we go to Splitterberg. Alright, here we are, and night did not have time to fall. Not quite. Okay, just the famed Battleforged armor, I don't care about that. Just get some of these long-lasting food items here. Sure, whatever. I'm probably purchasing too much food. But it's better to be safe than sorry, and I don't need to, and I don't want to spend any more time thinking about such trivialities at this point. We have over 100,000 in money, so it's going to be fine. Okay, so it seems they just spawned the greenskin horde here, which means the camp itself is easier than it was. I guess we'll take this fight, and we'll do it without Hakon. Let's see how it goes. At this point, as I've said, it's not that big of a deal if people do die. I may want Sir Ulf in this actually. think I'll leave out Raban. Resolve may become an issue in these bigger orc fights, especially if someone gets struck down. Anyway, so the stun immunity amulet. I guess I give it to Dieter. Makes sense for multiple reasons, I think. Don't think I'll use any nets. Will I use Randolph or Mattis? I could bring Hakon, yes, that's true. But if I do, then I need to be careful. I think Gebhardt is a bit of a liability in a fight like this, so it's Mattis or Randolph. Mattis does have the famed weapon. Let's bring Mattis. And since I'm not using nets, I'll leave out this net. Alp Trophy Necklace, let's upgrade this. Okay. And I suppose Sven is in over Randulf, Hakon, Raban, and Gebhardt. Not even considering Walther, really. If he had a famed gun, then maybe, but he doesn't. So we have 2 champions, some orc young, several berserkers, lots of warriors, and a warlord. "39 orcs. Okay, I think we'll start using these later, but am I sure about that? Not necessarily sure. Would be beneficial to deal with the berserkers quickly. Don't really need to be faster against the warriors. I guess we just go ahead and use the Blitzkrieg now. And then I could use the backup plan just to maneuver. But I think I won't. Not this time. Alright. So Leonhard handles this flank alone if he's able to, and if he's not, then so be it. Just do that. I'll go up against 1. Does it matter? No, it doesn't, because we'll have reach advantage anyway, and the berserker doesn't have any armor, so I guess I could move here if I'd like. I don't know, whatever. It's fine either way. And I can move here to attack. But I think I'd rather take that with Carolus. Yes, that seems like the wiser course of action. However, Carolus, when he gets there, can probably, maybe, kill this one, or someone else will. Someone with a backline weapon. In which case this spot may be open, so I'll wait with Swain. Orc doesn't wait. For hard waits. Okay, so Sir Ulf, rotate. Farid. It's also attack. And I can still reposition if I'd like. I guess I do like. So Inspiring Presence here, actually. That does block the others a bit, but it's probably fine. Better overall. Probably. Though if I do that, yes, I'm kind of nullifying the advantage I get from rotating, unless I actually don't attack here with Dieter. So yeah, actually, never mind. It kind of perhaps does work. I don't know, I'll just do it. This fight is not easy, but it's not like super difficult. I think. We'll see. Anyway, so... Can this decapitation kill this one? I guess it can. But it didn't, so I was incorrect. That decapitation did, though. So yeah, the rotation here, it seems, was kind of a mistake. But too bad. Anyways. Or, yeah, the rotation wasn't a mistake, but moving Sir Ulf here, it seems, kind of was. Whoopsie daisy. So yes, for it you're... Then again, actually no. Now that we have this guy here, I can wait with Farid. And if, as long as Dieter hits this one, he can use the gain ground, so we can actually attack this one. So it does work out in the end. Anyways, we see... Well, actually, let's take a look here in a moment. It seems actually 2 famed orc cleavers, but we already have an excellent one in the exquisite mangler. So it is extremely unlikely that we'll actually get an upgrade here. In any case, Leonhard, step over there. Actually, yes, I may have made a mistake in that I didn't bring 3 shields. But as far as I can see, there's not that many axes. So yes, either stay there or step 1 tile to the north. I guess I'll move 1 tile. Daring today. The lightning actually, does it kill that? No. And even if it did, I could just manually move with Dieter to get out of the way. Alright, and now Swain can take this spot, though can also take that with Fahad. Which one is... I guess Fahad is a bit better to leave here, but he does require the 3 allies to be able to attack multiple times. So in that case... Because Swain has Berserk and Unstoppable... Is it's not as not quite as important how I position him. So I suppose yes. Let's leave this for Fahad. And I'll not kill this one. Let's leave that one for Bertwin. For berserking reasons. Okay. You don't miss that. Good job. The southern flank has Farid and Dieter. Which is nice, but there's a lot of these warriors there, so we'll see how it works out. Oh, that wasn't enough. Maybe I should have switched weapons. Post from here or from here. think from here... Just get rid of that. And here go for a bearded blade, perhaps? Okay, so hold steady hits, it seems, everyone who wants it. Use it. And now I could use backup plan, but I don't think I will. We'll still keep it in the back pocket, so to speak. I could finish this one with someone else, but I don't really know if there's a point. I don't know. Let's go for this one. Oh yes, there is kind of a point, because I can activate Berserk there. First attack here is 3 AP. So yeah, I guess I kind of do want to go for this. Get the Berserk there. And rotation does have some merit, but it's also 20 fatigue I could use for just attacking. So I think I won't. Just end there. Okay, and Mattis, step over there to riposte, maybe? And if you can't handle it, then that's too bad for you. Heavy Indom and nothing else. Alright, answer Ulf. Is there anything here? Any rotation perhaps that helps? Not really, I don't think. I probably want to get away from this Berserker, because it can move here and attack due to having Vigorous Assault. I could finish off this. And then... Yes, I think that's a good use of your abilities. I think I wrote at Horik here. He can handle this better, and it's going to be a far better spot for him. He also has the Inspiring Presence, so it's good. Okay, and then... I may want to move, but yeah, let's wait first. Oh yes, actually, now that I think about it, I've lost the 3 allies for Fahad. Well, anyways, Fahad waits. He doesn't have a target anyway. Just do that and end. Down you go. Post working. So I don't know, are the barbarian fights tougher than these ones? Because in the barbarian fights you fight armored unholds as well. Which you can't really easily handle. Can't control the flow of the battle necessarily, but in these orc battles, I guess they're somewhat more predictable. Especially with these reforged abilities like Hold Steady. So the warriors can't push you around, not all the time. In any case, we do see the warlord over here and plenty of warriors. So yeah, difficulty-wise, if we compare this to the Black Monolith for Leonhard, I would imagine this is kind of similar as a situation, but now we don't have the aspect of Davkul armor for him, nor do we have the potions. So he didn't have any difficulties really in the Monolith, but over here he actually may. And also, yes, one thing that occurred to me. Do these warriors with axes have the relevant perks? It seems like no, because if they did... let's see. So split shield. Won't inflict the daze, it seems, without the perk. Let's double check this. Where did I get that? Does it say here? Because when I split shield with Sven, it does inflict a daze. So which perk am I getting that from? Oh, okay, yes, Axe Mastery. Yeah, okay. Anyways, go for this. So this flank is under control. Most of them are already breaking. So the question kind of is, can Leonhard withstand all of this orkiness for as long as it's necessary here? Anyways, for inspiring presence reasons, let's move there. And also, yes, for Fahad's sake, which I kind of forgot about. Alright. Acts in 2. Please don't act. Just die. And I could reposition, but I don't think I will. And some of them will want to go for Helmer. But Helmer is faster than they are. So I could actually make some room here by moving Horik and then move Helmer there instead. Is that actually going to help? They're a little bit unclear, but I guess I will. At this point, we already have Unstoppable ×3. We don't even need allies for Horik, for leverage reasons. And we get the Inspiring Presence anyway. Guess I will, so make some room. .53 melee defense, but 10 of that is from holding steady. Could even move back here. Actually, yes, let's do that, so that we probably have the 3 allies for Fahad. Damage. Leave this for Mattis, I think. Or actually, never mind, let's do this. Oh, headshot. No, too bad. Okay, just go for it again. Not quite enough. Chance 29, so yes, without the Davkul armor, I kind of foresee Leonhard getting struck down in this battle. And if he does get struck down, he may even die, because he's already suffered one of those. We have the Surgeon. But don't you worry. Help is on its way, and some of them will probably want to flank instead. In any case, Helmer here, or I could just use the Voice of Davkul now. Actually, yes, the voice of Davkul is probably more worthwhile than the other options. Does mean I lose out on inspiring presence there, but not a big deal. Okay, this one is already fleeing, as is this. So Carolus probably waits here. Chance 28. So I do have one instance of rotation. And I don't know, maybe I will actually need to use that, because this is getting a little bit nasty here for Helmer and Horik. Sadly, the rotation is on Swain, whose defenses are pretty low. Actually misclicked there, meant to go for this one. Oh well, doesn't really matter. That's the end result. So yes, the Warlord coming in there. It is kind of imperative that Helmer does not get struck down, kind of. Kind of imperative. So hopefully we can stop something like that from happening. I'll go for this one, I think. Alright. Sadly, we don't have the duelist bonuses here, but we will soon. Oh yes, actually yes. I'm a doofus. I do have a rotation, of course, on Sir Ulf. I already used it as well. So yes, okay. We can do something with that, perhaps. We can at least get Carrows here. I would like to recover, though. But I guess I do this. Do we need bolstering? It seems no. Well, fatigue to attack. I think I won't attack. Let's just stay there. Okay, stop hitting, please. And this one does need to die, I think. So let's kind of waste an attack there. So Mattis is someone who could be rotated in this direction. So if I move there, that's kind of the wrong direction. Please give me the... Thank you. All right. Let's finish this one with someone else, perhaps. So this weapon is decent at that job. Never mind. All right. Some of them are coming in, so we may want to rotate someone like Fahad pretty soon. Not necessarily yet. This one is shield walling, huh? Guess I start dealing armor damage in that case. Berserk activation is kind of unnecessary here. If I move here, I can still attack twice, right? Yes. So I could go for this one. And then next round I can rotate in this direction. Do that. And just deal damage here. I could also move there. That's semi-beneficial, but I don't know. They'll start pushing us around. So I think not. Let's just deal damage. Okay, and speaking of damage, it's shatter time. Good job. Nice. Some of their positioning choices are extremely weird. Why did this one go this way and that one went this way? Well, it kind of works in our favor, so I shouldn't complain. So the Warlord, I would imagine, is going to engage here. So I wonder, should I now take this opportunity to try to move? Or do I just use the Voice of Davkul again? I do want to maintain that for obvious reasons. I could move one tile. We'll pretty soon have Farid available. Not quite yet, but pretty soon to break this nasty armor. I think I just use the Voice of Davkul and move one tile there. And this, I suppose, is still just attack instead of recover. Oh. I didn't expect the Warlord to take that spot. That's kind of a good spot for him. Kind of a good one. And he cannot be disarmed. So we have damage available, yes, but not heavy armor damage is the thing. Anyways, your confidence is not warranted, Mr. Warrior. Okay, never mind, it was. So yes, I can do some rotations, but I think... well then again, I can do 2, right? Can I? 20, so actually never mind, I can't. Don't have finesse. So I could rotate there if I could do 2, but I can't. Suppose I probably just recover in that case. Swain probably wants to rotate with someone, so if I move Farid there... the initiatives don't really line up. Yeah, that is slightly awkward for us. We definitely want Swain out of there with his 11 melee defense. Yes, at some point he rotates with one of these guys. But yeah, the question was what to do with Sir Ulf. Is there a point in trying to position... Well, anyways, let's just wait. wait and see. Okay, we can get 3 AP from moving next to this one. These ones seem to be done, yes, okay. But I could just move here. If I move here, I could rotate with Swain. But that means kind of wasting some action points this turn. This would be no problem if I had Farid or Dieter there, because they have enough damage. Anyways, we'll see. This is... I mean, I'm likely worried for nothing in the end, but nasty things can happen. I think I just move like somewhere here, and that also blocks some of these warriors from reaching Swain, perhaps. Just do that. Yeah, I should have probably brought the third shield as well. Okay, so pretty soon we'll be done with the southern flank. So yes, Sir Ulf, is there any positioning or rotation I should make instead of recovery? I don't really see one. If I rotate Farid, can he get anywhere to do anything? Let's see, so... 10 AP to move there, it seems. So he can't really do much. I guess I just recover. Hmm. .500 armor, 400 armor. Let's go for the lower one. And reposition here, in which case I could in theory rotate with Farid. But Farid needs to wait there. And indeed Swain needs to wait as well. With Then again, the Warlord is breaking, and we haven't taken any damage yet, so there's no rush necessarily. But even while the Warlord is breaking, he has an excellent chance to hit here. I guess I get rid of his formidable approach here. Start dealing some damage there. The problem here is that I need to figure out what to do with Farid though if I go with this route. We also have the double strike active it seems, so I'll just attack here. Okay, armor wise, yes, we are actually getting through that. We are probably okay here. Disarm this one. Don't have realized that doesn't matter here. Okay. Would be nice to finish off this one, but I think instead we do something else, like go for this one. Yes, I suppose so. This one may come back. And it seems I disarmed this one. That was a mistake. Unless I wait now. Let's not. Yes, that was a mistake. Should have just attacked here, I think. Whoopsie daisy. I'm not infallible. Now let's go in this direction. Okay, they really want Swain. But we can rotate him out of trouble. Speaking of rotations, do I rotate someone? I could rotate Farid closer to the action. I think I'll wait here. And once again, Voice of Davkul. And don't move there. That will block. Just end here. I think he's... Well, then again, I could move... No, I don't need to move there because I already have Inspiring Presence available. Let's just stay. Okay, what was the chance to hit Swain there? I'm semi-curious. 59. Okay, well, we got semi-lucky. Oh, you're still alive. Damn it. Running out of fatigue. Could make some space by passing stepping, but let's not. Shield at 71. Okay. I don't think this really accomplishes anything, so just do nothing else. Don't worry, Carlos, help is on its way. Nice job. It seems we may not actually need to rotate at all. Maybe. So if we keep missing those 95s, then perhaps that is incorrect information. Just stay for now. Semi-annoying that that wasn't enough. Go for this. What a weird choice. Okay, it seems like we have this completely under control. Just do that and even move here. Sure. So 3 allies plus being inspired is enough to attack 3 times. I don't know. Sir Ulf. I don't know. It seems everyone also acts before they do, so command won't do anything. Try to finish off one of them with a semi-unlikely attack. I don't know, it's going to be fine. Move here. Okay. Let's finish this. Oh, the shield is actually gone now. Yes, I should have brought 3 shields. In the end, that was enough for this battle, but had they had more access, then I should have had more. 3 shields. Why are you blocking me like this? That is very rude. Oops, wrong attack, but didn't matter. Alright. And look at those XP numbers. Dieter with 3600 XP. Farid over 3000, and the same is true for the majority, it seems. Okay, nice. Fahad gets a level. We get a couple of famed orc cleavers. First one is mediocre. Second one is good, but I think it's not as good as the one we are already using. I think I'll leave this green skin horde be because I don't care. Fahad, level 27. has reached 100 melee skill. There we go. I suppose I'll actually give Leonhard this. His fatigue levels are suffering because of that, but let's still do it. Okay, let's compare. Cleavers, so 50 to 88. Yes, ours has more damage, and the fatigue cost reduction roll is better. Let's scout this area. I won't do any goblin fights, I don't think, but the grotesque tree just may be here somewhere. Ruined Dwellings has goblins as well. Okay, it seems it's not going to be here. This is goblin territory, man. You don't say. Okay, so a necromancer fight. It's a manageable one. I guess we could do that as an appetizer to see just how tough it feels when faced against... when going up against necromancers and fallen heroes. That's definitely on the easier side. Is anyone getting annoyed? And do I care? I don't think I do care. So we'll go with this lineup, I think. Though disarms have some uses in these battles, so I could bring Raban instead of someone. So this is in the swamp. Now let's just go. And let's wait. Though I could definitely use the second wind. So I don't have... obviously I don't have an archer, so I can't really deal with the necromancers. So I guess we just have to outkill them, is the thing. We are certainly capable of killing. So I would expect this fight to go fairly easily, but the bigger ones may be a different story. Possessed fallen heroes in Hardened are terrifying, I would imagine. I don't think we faced a necromancer with a fallen hero yet. We'll just wait. So yes, one thing I forgot is that I do have the falcon. I should have either brought Raban or given it to someone else, I guess. It seems there's 3 necromancers. I think we just hold still. Mostly, at least. So yes, 3 necromancers. Now I could move up, but I don't think I want to. So we'll just allow them to advance and then start dealing with them. So Leonhard, I guess, could be a bit more adventurous. So if I do this, which I've already done, I'm kind of blocking their access here because, yes, well, some of them can go around. Let's move like there. So yeah, the fallen fallen soldiers aren't a problem, but the fallen heroes, especially when they get possessed, could be. We shall see. Kind of predictably, this one gets possessed. For this fight, maybe I shouldn't have 3 shields. Oops. Shield problems. Either too few or too many. Anyways, it seems like this isn't really that useful yet. And I suppose we'll want to advance with these guys now that I've done this. Also advance with Helmer somewhere. Not sure if correct. I'll advance like there. Okay, so yes, some of them will be coming through. Not all of them can even go for Leonhard. Move like there. Kind of a good thing this one didn't die, because now we get the Inspiring Presence. I should have not used the Decapitation attack. Slight mistake. I guess I move here. Acts in 6, acts in 4. Maybe I don't. Move like there. And now we could hold steady. Or I could wait still with that. I think I wait with that, so instead of that, Oh wait. So yes, I did forget. Somehow I did forget that you do get worn down in these fights. In which case you can't keep spamming in Dome. It is now 31 fatigue to use that, so... Okay, can't rely on that. Well, we do have some damage. Move here to provide support for Leonhard. He may actually want some support. And that gets the decisiveness going. Rotate Dieter. I need to try to remember this wear them down thing. In that case, it's not really that useful necessarily to bring a tank in these fights. at the very least, you can't really rely on them surviving unless they're spectacular with their melee defenses. Let's not do the decapitation attack here. Save some fat. Start doing things there. So yes, if you're unable to get to the necromancers, these fights are extremely nasty. Something you shouldn't attempt too early. I guess I will advance. Or will I? I could actually move back, since Dieter is slower than they are. It seems. Gets very, very awkward though. I don't know. Let's advance, because Farid will want to advance to maintain his unstoppableness. Just move like here. Alright. It's in 9. Guess I go for this one actually. And yes, if you're possessed... If you're facing possessed zombies with maces, then injuries start to accumulate. So these necromancer fights against heavily armored zombies are really, really tough. Far tougher than something like orcs. This is an easy version of these camps. And while we are making progress, it's definitely feels nastier than that previous orc fight. So I'm not sure if it's possible that these have already been balanced in the current versions of Hardened, but at least this version feels like a little bit too much. Though, yes, as I said, I don't have a way of dealing with the necromancers quickly, so that's partly just a failing on the company's part. Okay, now it may be time to hold steady. Is it also time to onslaught? I think I'd rather save the fat. I'm not that worried about a flail, for example, but when it's possessed. But if that were a two-handed mace, I'd be kind of terrified because of the injuries. Then again, if you're relying on the defenses of shields, then it's potentially a different story, and there is a fallen hero here with a flail. Provide inspiring presence. So yes, I may want to reposition anyway. So yes, once this one gets possessed, we may even lose Leonhard. That's possible. Because, of course, we can't keep on using Indom. We can't shield wall with the shield. There's really not much we can do. That we can do, though. This is also going to be a problem, potentially. Oh well. Okay. Inspiring Presence move. And of course this one is possessed, so now we may have to suffer. Yes, probably. Out of fatigue. Worn down, god damn it. Imagine this same fight with 3 necromancers, but all of the fallen soldiers are fallen heroes, and add like 5 ghasts to the mix. These may be the most difficult type of fight there is. At least I feel like barbarians and orcs are so much easier. Anyways, I could... can I? No, I can't, because they have anchor. So I cannot use the repel for stagger. That's a shame. I'll just deal a bit of damage in that case. So I wonder, what could I do if I don't have a sniper archer? What is there that I could do to reach a necromancer? I guess maybe if you had a shield and a sword, you could use the passing step or just the defenses to move around. Maybe with a fencing sword specifically. And Pathfinder. Maybe you need to build like a dedicated role for that, but you'd need like a super soldier for that. I guess someone like Dieter would kind of count. He's able to dodge or, well, parry most of these attacks, basically always. So if he had Pathfinder, I guess he could actually be good enough to maybe reach the back line. Maybe. But yes, someone like that perhaps, if you don't have an archer which you could position aggressively in the initial round or two. At least at the moment I can't really think of anything else, really. Yes, passing step does work. Though, okay, you were only able to hit once. Oh, is that because... Yes, that's because you have full force. I guess that's actually... Yes, that's excellent for us in this specific scenario. Okay. Sure. It's probably time to use Voice of Davkul. Now with Fahad. I guess I wait. We are definitely making progress here, but as we've established, this is an easier one. In a slightly tougher one, we could lose Leonhard. I guess that's still possible. So yes, now this one is possessed, so... Ouch. Uses pound, chance 83. Indeed, indeed. So even someone like this can't withstand these fights for long. Well, yes, though yeah, there are ways of dealing with these enemies. You can stun them, you can disarm them. Yes, now I wish I had that Pathfinder. I could start trying to move here. How far can I go? Like that far? I think I will do that. Let's try it. So it should be 5%. And out of fatigue. Rotate Horik, perhaps? I don't know. I should have tried to hit this one with Leonhard to get rid of the formidable approach. That's a mistake. Anyways, Fahad, where will I move you? Just try to kill this one. Haven't done a good job in positioning Fahad. Okay, so we can maybe last a couple of rounds here still, but we'll see. At this point it doesn't necessarily matter as much, even if Leonhard dies, because we've done the Black Monolith, so we don't need a super tank anymore. Anyways, attack twice here. Just get rid of that, and also this. Yeah, I should have brought Raban, because now I can disarm this fallen hero. Yet another 95 miss. Okay, lucky. I think I now start going for the necromancers over here with Sven. Though, should have gone the other way. This is a flail. Oh wait, that does get rid of decisiveness, sadly. Anyways, Helmer actually inspired, so he has 12 action points. This one doesn't have a bodyguard. Let's use this. And also move. Oh, didn't see that coming. That's not good. That is not good. All right. At least I got here. So 2 necromancers to deal with. Need someone to get there. Ideally, well, hopefully Sven can get there. Alright, I can actually use Indom now. Let's do so. I could also go for a stun. Okay, that helps. Thank you. Don't go for another one. Okay. I suppose I will move on the Necromancer here. Also do this. Okay, so yes, based on this experience, I'm not really keen on taking on the tougher undead camps like this. Because this is just silly. But yeah, this would have been better if I had brought Raban, so that was a mistake on my part, I suppose. Okay, a bit more. So there we go. So yeah, the result is kind of good, but had that been just a little bit tougher, then it could have been far, far worse. But yes, I suppose you don't need to take these fights, so unless you're a masochist, just skip them. Anyways, there we go. I'll put Gebhard in, he's complaining. Eater, level 28. Sir Ulf, level 14. And here we have a very high amount of necrosavants. At the moment I don't feel like doing that fight. Maybe I'll do it later. Plethora of Orc Young. Like, that's the ideal leveling fight. Of course, we are not leveling anymore. I think I'll leave it be. Leave it to Beaver. Okay, so we should still have food enough, yes. Let's scout this area, try to find the grotesque tree. And maybe even fight this unhold group. I guess we could still use some of those unhold parts. Because we have some armors with use ATV attachments as well. Many unholds. Let's do it. Let's do it in the forest instead of the swamp. Are you complaining? No. Wolfer is... I don't think I care that he is, though. So the lineup should be okay. Yeah, I think we'll just hold here. I'll put Dieter in the front. Maybe someone gets stunned here, but whatever. It's fine. Easy fight. Should be easy at least. Though Horik maybe moves like somewhere here. I'll put Sven like one forward. Hold steady later. One stun. yeah, Mattis I should have repositioned. That's a slight mistake, but like I said, this is an easy fight. Yeah, I definitely could have positioned better. Leave this one alive. If it's still alive after this, which... Okay, actually it wasn't. Okay. I was hoping for Inspiring Presence, but whatever. It's fine. Hold steady. Move or wait. I don't know which one is better. Did you hold steady, Carolus? No. I might move then. Alright, 6 of them left here. Alright. That one's gonna leave. That's fine. I don't care. Go live your best life somewhere. Oh, are you not leaving? Okay, well, then I'll kill you. Sure. It seems I was mistaken. Try to move. Fail. Oh, and there's one hidden somewhere. Okay. Bad. Oh, it's over there. Does it seriously still want to participate here? Was contemplating whether to try to move there, but I decided against it. Okay, now it's leaving. Goodbye. Oh, what the hell did it crash? God damn it. Just as this is over. Okay. That sucks. That sucks. I clicked too early, it seems, and it crashed. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is end the episode here. I'll do this fight by myself. And then... well, we'll begin the next episode with the fight done. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. My brain is no longer working, so it's a good time to end the episode. Anyways, see you next time.